Oh, it's time we talk about the Olympics. Simone Biles has withdrawn from the Olympic gold medal team. And if you confuse this for the Winter Olympics, well, I don't blame you because there are nothing but snowflakes in these games. Let's face it, the Olympic Games were off to a horrible start to begin with. They were canceled from last year and carried over to 2021. Then you had the stunts being pulled by the athletes on the podium, kneeling and pouting and hating the anthem. Next came the women's team with old Megan Rapinoe, who thought she was going to do her best to protest. She spent so much time on her knees, she forgot to focus on winning. And they were defeated quite easily by Sweden. Get woke, go broke. As if that wasn't enough, Coach Greg Popoff tried to pop off about racism, ruining the image of the United States of America with fake news, fake science, and not trusting the experts. Why is that anti-science? Because FBI statistics show that more white people are killed every year by police than black, more white people are arrested every year than black, and more white, Asian, and other go to jail over black. But that's not what the news tells you, and that's not what the NBA or the Olympic basketball team tells you. But they were determined to make this the year of the protest Olympics, or as I call it, the Summer Olympics. The athletes got beat by France! Aha! And now that brings us to the gymnastics team with Simone Biles, or as I call her, Simone Bails, because she bailed on her team. Now, all year, Simone was available for her photo shoots, her magazine covers, able to comment on Colin Kaepernick and BLM and Breonna Taylor, say her name, say my name. What she didn't focus on is somersaults and cartwheels, which is what she needed to do to win the gold medal. She's claiming they keep docking her points because she's too good at the sport, but if you saw her qualifying rounds, she tripped and fell and stumbled. So are you too good, or is your head not in the game?
I say put mental health first, because if you don't, then you're not going to enjoy your sport and you're not going to succeed as much as you want to. So it's okay sometimes to even sit out the big competitions to focus on yourself.
Being an Olympic athlete is not about having positive mental health. It's about being a champion despite the physical and mental issues you're facing. That is what an Olympic athlete is supposed to represent for our country. This isn't a soccer mom who needs the day off because, the orange slices weren't how she wanted them. Now you're saying, Kvon, you're not an Olympic athlete. Well, I could be, but I decided to stay home because I knew I wouldn't be the best. I wanted to send someone more worthwhile to take my place. What the average leftist who sits home on his couch and takes a mental health day from being a barista doesn't understand is athletics at the Olympic level are 50% mental, 50% natural physical ability, and 50% hard work. And whatever percent is left over, that's luck. Think about it. If your shoe came untied, it has nothing to do with those other three, but you're gonna lose now because of luck. But we send these athletes to represent the United States of America. The attitude that we have is don't quit no matter what. Figure out your mental space. Find a way to Tai Chi your mental issue into a positive. That's what they do in all your favorite movies. When the Olympics aren't going on, Americans turn to movies for that same inspirational feeling. What would you do if Danielson took a mental health day and decided to quit the tournament? You wouldn't have the Karate Kid. What if Rocky Balboa decided not to answer to the bell and not to yell for Adrian? Then you wouldn't have Rocky 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And what if Notre Dame told Rudy to get in the game and he said, "No thanks, my head's not quite right, coach. Someone else can make that tackle." You wouldn't have Rudy. Now we've seen examples of Olympic athletes that do their best. The first basketball team to go to the Olympics that inspired the whole world was the Dream Team. Now we have the Nightmare Team. The so-called best players are like, "Nah, I'm taking a personal day. I make more money at home." They don't even like this country. That is the feeling we're getting. That is why viewership is at an all-time low, and positive patriotic Americans like me are turning against the athletes, rooting for the platforming, virtue signaling, politically correct athletes to lose. We've seen success stories over our lifetime that we still rally behind. Muhammad Ali is an athlete we wanted to see win. Who could forget George Foreman, who still loves America to this day and feels like he needs to justify it to the radical left? Let's not forget these 3 soccer players that turned against their team in order to have pride in their nation. We support them. Who could forget Carrie Strug, who could have taken a mental and a physical health day, but decided to compete with one leg and stuck that landing? That's America. Athletics at the professional and the Olympic level are not supposed to be mentally or physically healthy. Boxers are taking punches to the head. That's not healthy. NFL football players tackling each other, physically forcing them down. It's not supposed to be healthy. But it's supposed to be inspiring and achieving and overcoming your inner demons when everyone tells you no, don't, you can't keep going, quit. That's the leftist in you. Wouldn't it be easier to take a mental health day? Come on, you know you want to just rest. All your friends are having a personal weekend. Why are you training? Because athletes train. Athletes do things that are mentally unhealthy. They don't hang with their family. They miss bar mitzvahs, weddings, and funerals, and they train for this moment. This actually speaks to a bigger problem in America that people like LeBron and other BLM followers are falling into, where they just quit when things aren't going their way. These kids that want a trophy for doing nothing, they want to quit for no reason. Simone was totally available for photo shoots, all the hoopla of going to the Olympics, all the endorsement deals, comments on politics, being on the cover of Wheatie boxes, telling us all how we should think and how we should feel. That's why we're let down. Because we sent you out there to represent us. But instead of the quitters and the kneelers and the hateful hammer throwers and the BLM ballers, forget the Summer Olympics. Let's celebrate the great things that have happened. We do have winners. We have people that defied all odds. We got a guy who was a waiter a year ago in Reno, Nevada, who won a gold medal in the Olympics. We have a woman from Alaska who nobody thought could win. She didn't take a mental health day. She showed people what her mental health was all about. Keep watching my videos. They're either going to inspire you or infuriate you, and I don't care which one it is. Put in the comments how much you love me or hate me. Call me a racist, sexist, Nazi. If I get all 3, that's the leftist trifecta. It means I triggered you! And if you want more videos, I have so many more. They're on kvon.tv. You can put a one-time donation in GoFundMe, Locals, Venmo, Cash App. Well, that's all for now, Snowflakes. I hope you enjoy the rest of the Summer Olympics. The women's soccer team, who should have been focusing on their work, their job, their sport, and instead focusing on using this platform to teach us about women's rights and equal rights and gay rights. We don't care about your color, your gender, your hair color, or your skin. We just want you to love red, white, and blue. Why is that so hard to understand? And every athlete does not need to be an expert on every social issue. Just say, I don't know, I do somersaults for a living. I train 18 hours a day. All I know is I love America. With that message, we would all be rallying behind you.